Alright, this is our Gazelle T4 tent. It's a 4-person tent and all the specs are available online. This is our 4th trip using it and so far has been awesome. We've had this tent in 40 to 50 mile an hour sustained winds and also downpours. If you haven't seen setup videos for this tent, make sure you check them out. The tent goes from bag to what you see here in just a few minutes. Like I said, this tent has been great for us so far. It's a little cumbersome to stow in the vehicle since it's nearly 5 feet tall in the bag, but the benefits outweigh the storage. The material is pretty thick and does a good job of insulating the inside. So let's do a quick walk around the outside and then we'll check out the inside. Starting with the top, the rainfly right here goes on in just a few seconds. It's got 4 poles on each side that put in, and once you push up the roof, the rainfly will get nice and snug on the top. Also, as you can see, there's plenty of windows that offer a good cross ventilation. All right, so let's talk about these pop-outs right here. So each one of these pop-outs come with an anchor rope that you could tie on here and anchor down into the ground. So for our first trip, we did not use these anchor points, and unfortunately, these sides popped in on us as we were asleep. Make sure you check out different sets on Amazon, and thanks for watching.
Okay, I've never done a tent review before, but I couldn't find the kind of review I wanted on YouTube, so I thought I'd make my own. I did buy the Core Equipment 12-man tent. It is the instant tent. Never had one of those before. It's pretty easy to set up, pretty quick. Didn't even read the instructions. We are a big family, 8 people, do a whole lot of camping. Have for a lot of years. We're replacing our Alaknak. Maya, come back up here, bud. Thank you, Pumpkin. We decided to replace our Alaknak simply because it was a beast to set up, to put up in the state parks. So we wanted something a little bit smaller, but we really like our space. So the things I didn't find on the other reviews that I was looking for, one is a review of this T-door and how it's set up. I loved that about our Alaknak. None of that silly D-door problems. So this one, first things I noticed is that there are no tie-outs on the corners, so I can just use a tarp clip on both of those corners to stake that out. It's not exactly one-handed, maybe if it was staked down, but you can do that. It does zip out on the bottom. Tension's pretty good. It's a little high off the ground. It kind of pulls it out, but not enough that it'll get ripped, I think. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.
Out here to do a quick review of the Coleman Easy Up 8-person tent. This is the 10x14 variety. They make several of these. This is the one that I chose. I'm going to talk about why I chose it and also talk about some of the specs, some of the features on it. If I miss anything, I'll have those details on screen or down in the description. I'll also have a link to buy it down in the description if you're interested in it. And we're just going to do our best to cover everything about this tent and sort of my experience with it. We've had this out on, I want to say 4 outings, definitely 4 outings, this one included. And one of those was actually a torrential downpour. So we got soaked all night. I mean, this thing got rained on all night long. And then on one of the other outings, it actually was freezing overnight. And that was full of scouts. But the scouts did okay in it. So this tent has been through all types of camping, and it's held up really well throughout all of that. So we'll talk about sort of the construction of it. You can see that all the poles are here on the outside, and you can see how those are connected to the tent by these little clips. And it has sort of a central point right there at the top, which is sort of where all these poles emanate from, sort of like spider legs, except there's only 6 of them. And they kind of fold up at this joint right there.
Hello YouTubers, and this is the Core 10-man tent. I didn't see anybody else with a video on it, so I thought you might want to closer take a look. I'll try to do a spin around so you give you an idea. You see the sunroom right there, screened in the sunroom. Very nice. It is big enough for a couple of lawn chairs if you're in an area with a lot of mosquitoes or flies. is handy. Nice little rain fly protection, so the rain fly goes over it, and so you have a place to get out dry if it's raining. Rain fly is pretty nice. Good windows, ventilation. You can see the ventilation, air intake at the bottoms. There's one on each side of the tent. Now you can see the yellow lines that go to hold the rain fly in. It goes up. Nice windows on the back. It's a very nice tent. We've enjoyed it the last couple nights. I wouldn't have put it where it got the noonday sun again, but it was quite pleasing. So far so good. We didn't rain on us, so I don't know how well it holds up in the rain, but from what I read, it holds up extremely well. So I'm not concerned about putting a tarp or anything up on it. It's a beautiful sun. Have a great day. God bless.
Welcome to Lone Crow Adventures. Today we're talking instant pop-up tents. Love them or hate them. So we're going to be looking at the Ayamaya instant pop-up tent, and this is a 4 to 6 person capacity tent. I am not sure how I feel about it right now. I'm a little bit apprehensive just because I am more of a traditional tent kind of girl. So we'll see if the Insta tent can win me over. So this is the Insta tent. This is a pretty big disc. I am 5'2", so my arm span's not that big. So it is definitely a big disc. Something that you definitely want to use for car camping. Now I haven't even opened this up, so we're experiencing this together for the first time. So it looks like we have a little compression bag here, and there's some guy ropes and standard round aluminum tent pegs that are in there. I'm not sure how many are in there. We'll find out in a few minutes. Now, from what I've read about this tent, what I've seen is that you can just take this elastic off, all right, and you're supposed to be able to kind of throw it in the air and literally throw it in the air and it will set itself up. So let's see. That seems a little less than instant, doesn't it? Okay, maybe it just needs to be coaxed. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you learned something new. Until next time, folks, we'll see you on the trail.